Okay, now then, let's move on towards Game 5. We're going to be seeing Sacred Hearts Hospital here immediately. Global band-wise is going to be Patient, Core D, Female Dancer, Prospector, Acrobat, and it seems like it's a Barmaid. But permabands here will be Priestess and Seer. With the Priestess and Seer permabands here, it's going to come out with Ento and Antiquarian. It does seem okay. So, Ento and Antiquarian are going to be followed up by an Aeroplanist band that Mercy will come out in its stead. But even with that in mind, it seems like Psychologists will go immediately just so they can't really do much when it comes to Mercy double rescue. But even with that in mind, okay, the Lawyer being popped out here quite early as well, and it does seem like all Survivor has swapped immediately from each other, so we are going to be talking about the persona traits here as well. Overall, I don't have my drawing board for this one because it's just one band pick I'm going to do, but overall for this one, really, I guess what matters is the pick here from the Hunter. You have Lawyer, you have Ento, you have Antiquarian. Preferably here, like against Ento and Anti, you would want to pick Bonbon. But Bonbon does really badly against a Lawyer though. So in this case, right, it depends on whether you want to go after the ones outside on the outside of hospital, or you want to go for the fastest decoder on the team, which is the Lawyer. So if we want to go after Lawyer here, potentially speaking, could play who, let's see, you could play Geisha, you could play Nayid, you could, okay, never mind, we're coming out Bonbon instead. Okay, Bonbon here works as well. Peepers, Bonbon preferably, just so we can see immediately, but I guess for Lawyer's side, he will definitely be rotating out as soon as he can away from the area, and there's probably going to be someone else going to be staying in hospital, just for the sake of giving up as much tonight's here as possible. But of course, with Ty's persona traits himself, we do know he does bring crunching effect quite a bit. But we are going to be seeing Ty here spawning by statue, and of course with Moshi being middle, P-core at runes, Kematsu near shack, and of course Naoya here by birdcage near the entrance of hospital. I guess overall for this game we are going to be seeing how well, I guess supporting against Bonbon shouldn't be too bad for an entomologist, even though it's half as effective, because you know, one chip, one hit. It's still some type of support, I guess. So you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It is still what it is at the end of the day. But even with that on mind as well, let's move on towards the game then, shall we? Okay, we're going to be seeing Ty here coming straight towards runes. It's going to be Trump Card Detention here with Berserker, Nostalgic, and of course Control Freak. We do see that Entomologist and, Entomologist and Antiquarian are currently in the same area, with Kamatsu being nearby as well, and we're able to see where Ento is. Ento shouldn't be on Beast Alpha. I feel like if Ento crouched there, it would have probably been better, just so the Hunter doesn't really see where you are. But for Ento right now as well, you are coming in a little bit close towards the Hunter initially as well. We didn't really get a double chip there, thankfully, but it does seem like the bees did manage to take the chip instead. So with that in mind, Entomologist, very nice eye set there done by Precore, but it's going to be registered with a normal hit there instead. And then even with that on mind, Blink is going to be ready in the next 8 seconds. For Ento here, I guess it's a little bit hard for you to be able to do much as well, since you don't have bees just yet, and Blink is going to be ready, so we are going to be able to take the chip bit right there immediately as well. And it seems like we won't be able to follow up with anything just yet, but it's going to be a Blink over the bees immediately just to catch up here, so that's very nicely done. And then we do see that there's a chair right on the outer side, but we still have to be careful of, I guess, the bees. In a sense, the moment Antiquarian disarms you, you get to be pushed away, and even if you do get chipped, you can just immediately rescue there instead, so there's also that fact. But it seems like for Ento right now, she's going to save the bees for Rebound Kite instead, which isn't that much of a bad move. And of course, Mercenary's deploying himself right above the chair here, near 2-story drop down area, which isn't too bad. But I feel like Ty may realize this as well, so where's this remote control bomb going is the really good question. It's currently 1 minute 45 seconds in towards the game right now, and we are not so sure in what's going to happen in this situation as well. But even so, you know what, even so, in that case scenario, I guess more or less for the survivors, they are looking to sell here instead for the Ty. They probably want to get a tie here just so Cilia can get a 3-man elimination or something. Probably that's what's gonna happen here. That's gonna be the first chip on towards, first chip on towards our Merc, and there goes down the bombs. Okay, nicely done. No bombs here remaining. Okay, we did manage to get a triple chip right there, which is very nicely done by TY, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough bombs here to support himself, which is a little bit unfortunate on that side as well. We only have one bomb on our hands, even though it's max presence. Bomb should be able to regen quite fast right now, but even with that on mind, the stairs nearby though, so it's a little bit hard for Ty to get anyone down here. But I mean, that triple bomb chip was brilliant though. You wouldn't have expected it, but that was honestly brilliant though. That was scary in fact, that was actually really scary. But we are going to be able to get a pickup here immediately, and it seems like we changed towards teleport here as well. Then on that side note, Anti is currently one chip down. Mercenary has 3 elbow pads remaining, so Mercenary shouldn't be too worried overall. We do see that Anti is currently fully healed, but even with that on mind as well, Mercenary popping that elbow pad out immediately, rushing towards Rune. Runes have no cipher here, so very nicely done by the Mercenary. But even with that on mind, Ty here, the long distance bombs it's going to be very scary, but we didn't manage to land any chips on towards the Mercy right there, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Preferably here if we can, but yeah, we did manage to bomb the bombs. To detonate the bomb. Sorry, my English went downhill. Bomb the bombs. No, detonate the bombs. But even with that on mind, Mercy has no elbow pads remaining here, but you know, we're already on the last cipher machine, so it shouldn't be too much of a worry here, but it will be a terror shock hit. No, never mind, it's made over the window hit, which is, you know, still fine. Still very fine at the end of the day. And then with that in mind, Lawyer finishing off that cipher machine. Lawyer is most likely going to finish off the 86% cipher machine too, because we do see that Kenmatsu is still nearby, but our poor anti-current here is currently one chip down, but I guess if we are able to play a little bit of harass comp right here, we have a lot of bombs though, so I don't think it's an issue. So there goes our Mercy again, and I don't think you can decode that cipher machine anymore, which is a bit of an issue. So preferably here Kenmatsu needs to waste a little bit more time, but I guess it's because we don't have any bamboos anymore, so we do have to retreat here a little bit. But Mercy being on chair here, 20% cipher machine, Lawyer 120% decoding buff, and with accelerated decoding probably around 145%. With that in mind, okay, it's gonna be pretty fast for Lawyer to finish off that cipher machine, but Kenmatsu is a little bit further away right now. Being able to spot out this Anti is brilliant, and of course Anti, who's currently just one chip down here, there's a huge chance for a 4-man elimination. That's a beautiful fly out, but sadly we weren't able to dodge much right there, cancelling dash bomb there as well. But we are still gonna be able to follow pretty fast here anyway, so not having enough bombs on our hands, that's gonna be one thrown out here immediately, and the second one follow up sadly didn't register. Didn't chip the Anti. But even with that on mind, it seems like the cipher machine, it seems like Lawyer is trying to run in as fast as he can, trying to come into rescue. But during this time as well, you would be able to, never mind, we're opening an extra cipher machine on towards the other side. That's pretty far away. Would we teleport is a great question. Even if we do, it's a bit too late. Yeah, even if you do, it's a bit too late. So the cipher machine will be able to be popped off here immediately as well. And with that in mind, Moshi, the Lawyer here, having to contain for bare minimum 30 seconds is an issue. 2 reasons. First reason being the fact that, ooh, okay, we did get a chip there. First reason being the fact that it's an anti-current opening the exit gate. And second reason is the fact that you're a relatively bad area here, so you will get hit down anyways. And of course, seeing where anti-current is here as well, we could potentially TP, but it doesn't seem like it'll be necessary anymore. Anti-current getting a wand there as well. This wand is going to be important on getting dungeon, right? But I guess the biggest issue is if this is a 4-man elimination, we won't be seeing a second half. Okay, tonight is here already popped off from Antiquarian. Anti-current being nearby right now, and bomb on playing as much mind games as possible, but it does seem like we were able to see some footprints here left by the anti-current, so we should know where anti-current is right now. Still trying to play so much mind games here and there, but even with that on mind, seems like we are going to be able to spot out the anti-current here, thankfully. Kenmatsu here, really sweating for that dungeon though, really sweating for that dungeon, but even with that on mind, it does seem like anti-current kind of mispredicted where Taiyu is going to come from, so in this case as well, we did not get a chip. There is a bomb. No, there is a chip and there's a wand, but it doesn't seem like we'll be able to register. Okay, that's a beautiful flywheel. Can we make it to dungeon? Can we make it to dungeon? Kenmatsu, dungeon's right there. But Lawyer goes. Is the dungeon open? 3, 2, no, the dungeon isn't open. Let's congratulate a 4-man elimination here for Tai. Moving on, well, let's congratulate VTY for winning against EV.